Quiero que.
Really?
When we go out, we say what? We say wepa.
I took it off.
Wepa. Shirt was off, huh?
I took it off. I really took it. I didn't care.
We're recording. We're recording.
It's free.
We are recording.
We are recording?
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
I mean, it is what it is. But now, when you, Poppy, when you took it. This thing, everybody put your phone. Oh, by the way, everybody put your phone on vibrate, please.
Awesome, man.
And if you have a gum, spit it in my hand. Just nobody got gum. Everybody good?
You don't want to hear that?
Yeah, no, I'm not trying to hear that.
No?
And always remember,
Word.
one mic, one sound. Let's be respectful of each other. And I mean, that's
So don't talk over you? Don't just interrupt you?
No, not just me.
Anybody, you know, man. But you've been here before, so you already know. You know.
Yes.
So, you know,
This bonus episode, another bonus. I guess I'm gonna put it out tomorrow.
That's fine.
Because part 2 is already out of GPS versus If You Don't.
That was
Great episode. Hopefully y'all listen to that. And we'll give you more. So no big deal. We got some guests in the building.
Hello.
Ladies
Yes,
first.
yes,
Ladies
yes,
first.
yes,
I'll let
yes.
the ladies introduce themselves.
Hi, Sabine. Here. Again.
Again? A return?
Again, a
Third
returner.
time? Third time?
Second time.
Third.
No.
Three times. You're third.
I think you're third.
Because you on Mel versus Melissa 2.0. And then we had another episode with you.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
3.
Listen.
So it's third time
It
back.
gets lit, so I
It gets
just,
lit,
you
yes,
know,
yes,
it's
yes.
just third time's a
One of my
charm.
favorite people on this podcast. So
Thank you.
definitely.
Happy to be back.
And we have a new guest.
Yes, Sabine's cousin.
Yes,
Maritza.
Dean Cousins. Yes. Hello.
What's your name?
Maritza.
Maritza.
Maritza,
Yes.
I like that. I like that.
Oh,
and
wait.
we're supposed to have a third person, but
Wait.
they're walking their dog.
They're walking it.
Gang in this
Perfect
bitch.
timing.
you heard?
Gang in this bitch.
What's up?
Gang in this bitch with a pineapple in the
gang.
mouth. You feel me? Making sure her pH levels stay popping. Go ahead, sis. Come on, talk to me nice. Talk to me nice. Nah, but before we even move on, before we start introducing everybody, I don't feel like both of you guys not give your Instagram. Because always remember, the listeners.
Yeah, you got to get your Instagram.
have
I mean,
to.
I'm not concerned with Instagram fame,
No, not Instagram fame.
but like
just,
my Instagram page is private.
But your DMs.
But your DM.
You know, that's okay.
You don't
Don't
want
do
the
that.
creepy DMs?
Don't do that.
I
The
screen.
Petersons and the Robinsons?
I screen the DMs.
Because there's always a Peterson in the DM.
Always a Peterson.
Interleaving stuff.
Feel me?
You
there's
know, they exist.
Jean-Baptiste? No,
But
Jean-Baptiste.
there's a
Jean-Marc.
lack of interest, you
No
know.
interest. Okay.
So
All right.
the Instagram, you know, I shared it last time, so you can go back and find me.
Word. She was in there.
You know,
It's like
listen to the old episodes, guys.
Season 1, episode like 7.
Yeah,
8,
exactly.
you feel me?
Find it. You can find me on Instagram. No.
All right, perfect. Wait, but your cousin, she got to share.
My Instagram is Daphne with 3 Y's.
That ooh.
Daphne with 3 Y's.
But first and foremost, you know what's so fucked up?
She a triple
You know,
Y.
what's, yo, Gene, you know what's so fucked up? I'm so fucking dumb. I don't even know how to spell Daphne, so I don't even know where the 3 I's starts. The 3 Y's start.
I would
I'm like,
just start with 3
unfortunate.
Y's.
Daph. I'd be like, that.
Well, the 3 Y's is given. It's given. I don't know. People say it. The girls say it's given. I'm gonna say it's given. It's giving stress.
It's giving Gemini. It's giving
Nah,
Gemini.
you know what it really is?
No,
What's your
they
sign?
have energy over here.
What's your
What is
sign?
it?
Capricorn.
Capricorn.
Hey, three
Can't tell
Y's.
Capricorn's
What's
not.
that?
My father's a Capricorn.
January 5th.
January 6th.
5th.
Fifth,
Oh, you
sixth.
6?
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
That's crazy.
Consecutive.
Yeah.
Let's keep it real. If you got 3 Y's, that's equivalent to like having underscores in your Instagram. You toxic.
There is 3 Y's and an underscore.
Nice.
Extra toxic. You feel me?
All the toxicity, all of it.
Nice.
Oh, man.
We got one more though.
We got we
surprise guest.
So we have
We got returning guests.
Yeah, no, honestly, she's a returning guest. You know what? I love her energy. Did you see how she walked in?
Yes.
Like she was Tupac. Like she just proof. Like just like with the
Like
pineapple,
where the hoes
with a bottle of pineapples in her.
With an Alizé, with a Hennessy. Yeah.
What's good,
Ready,
niggas?
Yeah.
ready.
Go ahead, sweetheart. Go ahead. Talk your talk.
Hey y'all, it's Mandy Sweets. What up, niggas?
Come on, man. And then you know what's so funny? I was laughing at the video you had posted about your son when you leave home when he's home. I guess.
Yeah, this is like something he does every day.
Word.
Like I don't know what it is with him and Drake. Like this love affair that he has with Drake's music.
Nothing wrong with that.
Like I don't
I'm a
get
Drake
it.
stan. I'm a Drake stan.
Right, he's like a huge Drake fan. So like every morning he'll like come in. It's like a ritual. If I'm home, he'll come in here like, "Ma, you know what time it is." He'll put a song on and give me a concert.
Let me ask you. Can I ask you a question? Did he start giving you that girl problems yet? Like girls didn't start calling his phone yet?
So he had a girlfriend. My baby went through his first heartbreak, y'all.
Oh, that's good. Early,
Fuck
nice
that
and
bitch.
early.
That's good. That's good.
Yo,
That's
you
good.
gotta
That's
chill.
good.
Tat.
Fuck that bitch.
It's-
Tat, you gotta relax.
it's-
Tat, you gotta relax.
She's a children you talking about.
She's a sweetheart. No, the girl is.
Fuck that queen. Fuck
If
that
she-
queen. Let's say fuck that queen.
Fuck, if she broke his heart, she not a sweetheart.
Fuck that queen. They young. They young. They don't know nothing.
Young
She knows.
love, don't-
She knows. She
They
did.
young, and they different young.
Who
They got
hurt you?
DMs. They got IGs.
Man,
It's
man,
different young
screw
guys.
these girls.
But it was. I think that was a pivotal moment for me as a parent
Word.
because he called me
Fucking shit up over
and he was like, he called me up multiple times, but I couldn't answer because where I was, it was loud, and then he texted me,
Word.
and he's like, "Ma, it's over," and I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "It's over between me and so and so," and he's like, "I can't stop crying."
He was crying.
this was
How old
like-
is he?
He's 16.
Oh man.
Yo,
Yeah.
matter of fact, I'm about to follow up a story right after
But when
yours.
he said that, y'all, my heart just started breaking. I'm like, oh my God, I just want to run to him and give him a hug and say, baby, it's gonna be okay. But I'm like,
Speaking of which,
he got to go
speaking of
through it on
which,
his own.
Tat, what was the age you got your heart broken at? The first heartbreak.
First heartbreak, respectfully, I think I was
We gotta make it quick.
14.
14.
15.
Mitch, how about you?
17.
I was 18.
Wow. Late.
I was 18. Yeah.
Puerto-
It was
them
it was my
Puerto Ricans
first.
hit
It was my
hard,
high
boy.
school sweetheart, and we was in love and everything. We was having sex.
It's the way
It was
he
just
said
like-
we was having sex.
It was just like
Them.
it was so beautiful, and then like
It just,
as soon as we graduated, it was like, oh, I'm leaving
yeah.
New Jersey, and I'm like, what the fuck you mean leaving? I thought we were supposed to be together forever. Like,
Yeah, but
supposed to be in love, supposed to have kids, supposed to have a family.
Dang.
This bitch just got up. Oh, I'm sorry. This queen just got up and said, I'm out of here. I'm like, are you serious?
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here heartbroken. You know what I'm saying? And I was just
crying.
distraught. Like, it was just over for me. How was it for you, Mitch?
I think I deal with heartbreak a little bit different. I just now, not now. In the past 2 years, I started dealing with my heartbreaks.
Right.
But at that time, I dealt with heartbreak different. I put everything to money.
Right.
I mean,
you know what's the funny part? I think you had the advantage that I didn't have. You was around us.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I just put everything to back.
Yeah, like, because Mitch started, man, the true story, Mitch started working for T-Mobile like 16. Somehow, some way, we got him in T-Mobile before he was 18, before he got papers, but they loved him so much, they was like, fuck it, we just act like
working
he's
on it.
18. And he was just with us getting money.
Yeah, I was just getting money. Like I put my
That
pain in
was
my
you
feeling.
towards that.
I put my pain and my feeling into just
I feel you.
getting money.
That's man shit. Men do that.
you know what I mean?
Tat,
So-
how was your heartbreak?
Man, that shit hurt me like a motherfucker. You feel me?
Talk us to the microphone.
Remember, I got her name tatted on my chest, so that shit hurt like a motherfucker.
Your first heartbreak is tatted on you? Ain't that on
Yeah,
you?
tatted on my chest.
Bro, you gotta stop tattooing girls on you, bro.
Dead ass.
Wait, how
Don't
old
say
is
the name.
he? No, I'm not
Crystal?
saying the name.
Jesus, Jesus.
And I got,
He got Jesus on his chest.
and I got it right here, too.
Crystal
Wow.
twice?
That's Biff Wop.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yo, she was
That
black.
was commitment.
Nah, she Puerto Rican.
She Puerto Rican.
Oh,
Them Spanish girls.
nigga, that wet in the taco got you. God damn it.
Nah, she ain't got
Shout out to the half breed.
It shit-
Anyway,
it hurt.
But no. But no, I mean, but the way I dealt with my heartbreaks,
Right.
I mean, I had 2 heartbreaks after that. No, not 2. 2 heartbreaks, including that one.
Right.
It wasn't the right way I dealt with it. But I mean, that's how I just.
Yeah.
I feel you.
I was like,
Gotta
fuck
move
it.
on.
Yeah.
'Cause
I
I
mean,
had to keep-
it took me a while to get over. It took me
I had to
like
keep up with these niggas, man.
3 years.
Wow.
Yeah, I was like
Yeah.
trapped in my basement. I was playing Grand
But like
Theft
you didn't
Auto.
move on at all in those 3 years?
Because what happened was
okay.
this what happened. I got my heart broken, and I was living in the valley. That's like literally around the corner from here. And then we lost our house, so we all separated, and then we all got back together, and we moved up Upper West Orange, and then like the location kind of like kept me isolated from what I was used to. So coming down the hill was a chore. So I wasn't working. I didn't have a car. I wasn't willing to take a bus. Definitely wasn't willing to walk. So it was like I didn't have an outlet to like get my mind off things or see other women or see other things. So I kind of just like stayed in my basement and just like chilled for like 2 years. And only thing I would do,
18 to 20.
right?
Those
So
were pivotal years.
I had a driver's license and I had like a super duper part-time job. I only like worked weekends. So what happened was I would just like borrow my mother's car, go to the mall, and just like buy video games. I didn't care about clothes. I didn't care about gear. I didn't care about looks. I didn't care about nothing. I was just like, buy video games, come back home.
Yo, G,
and
I
just,
remember
play.
that. I remember those.
And I would just play. And then, like, these niggas would visit me, and they just have, like, Madden tournaments in my house. And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine with that because
like
I was, it was like, I was like seeing people. I was like, oh my God, there's people that come to my house. And, like, Mitch will come, Greg will come, Lou will come, Reggie would come.
Yeah, Reggie. It would be all of us.
Shout out to T-Rob. T-Rob would come too. Niggas would just come to my house and just have Madden tournaments, and they'd be like, "Yo, what do you do for a living?" I was like, "I work at the movie theater on the weekends."
And mind you, this nigga always had the fucking dopest ass TV.
Word.
Because he always had the dopest TV.
It didn't matter,
games.
But I would waste my money on like entertainment so much, now realizing that the world was bigger than that. And shout out to my cousin Gardy. Like he would force me to like come out and just like be in like party situations and social situations, and then eventually like I would just make my way out of that hermit hole and just like be a social butterfly that I am today. But that was the beginning. But yeah, that's what heartbreak did to me. Heartbreak kind of like fucked me up big time.
First off, if you don't know, to go from up the hill to downhill in West Orange,
right?
That's about like a 45-minute walk.
Word.
Because you really gotta go from Eagle Rock Reservation all the way to Main Street down. And I used to do that shit all the time just to go see female. I just walk down that hill.
Take that walk.
I took the L because not even know if I just take Eagle Rock all the way down because there was always somebody that left their bike unattended. I'd take that shit and walk drive that shit all the way down.
You know what's so crazy? My second heartbreak. I used to drive. When I'm on the Parkway, I used to get off knowingly of her exit. This is drive past her house. Wow. Not to stop or slow down or anything. Like I used to do some that was straight up idiot. Just play those stupidity of me. And by the way, that ex of mine, she tried to come back in my life when I was because when I'm shit. If you catch me moving on, shit, I'm moving on.
It's a wrap.
You can't spin the block on me. If you catch me on that moving on stage,
it's a wrap.
Like straight up. Like she wrote me a love letter. She wrote me a love note, and my boy Greg, because I wasn't home, I think she gave it to him. And he put it under my door. When I got home, I saw that love note. You know what I did with that love note? I swear on my life, I didn't even read it. I took it right to my mother. I don't know what these girls doing out here these days. I was like, Mommy. Wow. I was terrified. I ain't gonna front. I was scared. I was scared because it was a 2-page love note. I didn't read none of it. Not even the
Why
first or last one.
Why were you scared of it?
I don't know.
What did you think was gonna happen to you?
I don't know. I just got scared.
You talking about the love note at your doorstep?
Yes.
Yo, this nigga will always tell me about this shit. I say, yo, read it. He's like, I don't want to read it.
Yeah, no, I was scared.
I burnt every love note I got from that first heartbreak. I burnt them shits in the garbage.
Nigga, you better than me. Nigga, you better than me. I took it to my mother. Oh, this what the love note came with. I almost forgot. The love note came with a comforter.
Word.
With my Instagram pictures on it. Oh, and I got so terrified.
That's a start.
I was like, right.
That's weird.
So I took it. I called my mother. I was like, Mommy, this is what I said to her. Mommy, are you up? She was like, yeah, what happened? In Creole, I said, the woman. I said, I was like, the woman. She dropped something. She said, what woman? She said, what woman? I was like, you know, my aunt. She was like, what was it? She was like, you don't need to worry, my child. Bring me everything she just dropped off and just go back home. Right. I was like, zip. I was like, here, Mommy. I don't know if my mom do it. I don't know what she do it. Man, because she caught me, guess what? Moving on. I was out. And after she called me like a year later, she was like, I will wait for you. Don't wait.
Don't wait.
No, you shouldn't wait.
You be waiting.
Because I felt that hurt. And that hurt. And guess what? I drunk myself through that hurt. And after that, I played a lot of video games on that hurt.
What is up with the video games?
Because on Grand Theft Auto, you get to kill hella old people. Like, fuck this, fuck that,
I'm trying to think of like
that.
what was my outlet. I don't know. The video games was not my outlet.
You know what it is? Because you can control something.
Yeah.
You could control how
I can control how he end up.
Yeah, you feel me? So
I'm pissed off. I'm about to kill everybody that's on the street.
So I play a lot.
Even
of
the police. All of them niggas.
Yeah, so I play a lot of video games during that heartbreak, and yeah, man. At one point, I forgot her last name, and that's when I knew I was over. I thought to myself like, I can't remember right now. Still.
Did she break up with you, or you broke up with her?
So the first time she broke up with me. Then the second time she tried to come back in my life, I allowed it. Then after that she did something extremely crazy. And after I looked at her dead in her eyes and I was like, this is it.
This is a wrap.
Yeah, it was a wrap. It was on Thanksgiving.
Oh wow.
Yeah, on Thanksgiving. Mind you, I said that this was it. No, it was Thanksgiving Eve. Because I bought all the food that she was gonna cook on Thanksgiving. So because she wouldn't leave my car. Like she wouldn't get out the car.
Right.
So for me to get her out the car.
Sometimes I wonder. I mean, it didn't work out in her favor, but sometimes I've been really wondering about like girls that just go crazy like that and just like don't take no for an answer. And I'm just like I feel like they get so much further in life. I really want it to be crazy. I want to be that kind of crazy. And just be like, no.
No. So we went to the supermarket.
So it didn't work for her.
No, that's what I'm saying. So no. So
I'm really,
we went to the supermarket. And after the supermarket, I'm trying to have a conversation where she's not comprehending the simple facts of this is what you did and this is what I did. Honestly, I completely took part of what I did.
You took ownership over it.
Yeah, I took part of what I did, and what I did was honestly, I placed you in a situation that you wasn't even ready for. I gave you a love that you wasn't ready for. That's what I did. You feel me? So, and when she came, and I think she was talking her shit. So she said something where she knows if you say Santa's gonna poke a button in me, she compared me to my father. I'm not my father. Like I know for a fact.
She poked the bear.
Yeah, she poked the bear. So
Tag out.
What happened?
She pulled the tag out.
Yeah, exactly. So if I still had my Acura, if you look on top of my Acura, I banged on my Acura so hard that it had a dent on my Acura. Boom! And that she said to me, she said a sentence. She was like, "You see, I know you're not as good of a man as you think you are." I looked at her. I was like, you know what? In my mind, I'm like, you know what? You trying to drive me to beat the shit out you. So I was like, you know, we're gonna call her K. I was like, okay, you know what? Let me help you with these groceries. Let's go inside. I'm like, we acting too much out here. Took all of the groceries, put it all on the floor. And then after that, once she took, because she wasn't getting out of my car unless unless I was staying that night. Once she turned her back, left. And I was out like a light.
Again, how old are you during this?
At this point, I was 22.
Young.
Yeah.
Young man. Just
I was young.
yeah.
Once she turned her back,
You were out.
I was out the front door. I was out like a light. And then,
All right.
Yeah, that was me.
That's good. Well, that's a good opening discussion. That was good.
Oh, that was opening shit. Yo.
That was opening therapy session.
Do the
17, yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
do the intro, my boy.
We know Mitch is long-winded, but we know he means well.
Damn,
we know the story. Yeah, the
that
story.
was the opening?
That was the opening.
Holy shit. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, so I got some topics.
No, Gene, hold on. Give me a sec. Let me do the intro, my brother. Let me do the
You want to do
intro.
the intro? All right, go
Yes,
ahead.
sir.
The intro.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to If You Don't Say It.
We will.
Come on, man. My name is Mitch, a.k.a. Life is Great. I'm over here joined by my brothers. Any one of y'all?
You already know it's your boy Tanner, man. You know the slogan: if you ain't swimming, you drowning.
Word.
Talk
This is J-23, a.k.a. Haitian Skeletor.
Come on now.
Tired.
And we joined by, of course, you guys already know we're joined here by a lot of pretty females. So,
Right,
yeah,
that's it.
Gene, what's the first topic? Go ahead.
All right, first topic. This is for the ladies. Let me see. I got a bunch here, so let me.
That's
All
how I
right.
talk to girls on the phone.
So, do you play ditzy to get a nigga you want?
Do I play ditzy?
To get a nigga you want?
No.
Like, dumb?
Talk upstairs.
No. I never.
Never.
Who does that?
I'm too
Women?
smart for that shit.
I'm just saying.
Can you elaborate?
Yes.
So in other words, like, you know that he's not catching the crazy signs or the obvious signs. Do you dumb it down for him to get the point
Get what point?
that I like you?
No, I get more direct.
You get more direct.
I get more direct.
Okay, give me an example.
Like, I'm staying the night. What are you doing later? When are we hanging out? Like,
Oh, you're saying that?
yes.
Oh wow, okay.
I will get. If I want it that bad, I will
Right.
get that direct. Yes.
Do you want to give off the energy that you want it that bad? Because I find like women are prideful sometimes.
Yes, we are prideful, but if I actually want it,
Right.
I'm gonna go for what I want. So, like, I'm never gonna dumb it down. Like,
Right.
I don't see how that would work. Like, what, like,
Right.
I
Like you don't get like extra flirtatious or extra. Not that's considered dumbing down, but like, is there some type of strategy to be like, yo, I'm trying to let this nigga know I'm alive? if he doesn't get it. Do you understand what I'm saying?
That I feel like that's when I get direct.
Right.
I think we flirt. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
If I'll put out energy, and if the energy is not, reciprocated, or I'm not sure, I'm gonna just get real direct and be like, "So what's good tonight? Like, when are we getting up?" Or I can be very, very direct, but no, I will not. I also just don't have patience. I'm very impulsive.
Right.
So like I have a threshold of how much I'm gonna play the like, will you, won't you, that kind of energy.
But is the will you, won't you? Isn't that the? I'm not
That's
saying
not ditzy,
I don't want to
though.
say ditzy.
Ditzy, maybe ditzy.
Let's change the word. Let's change like.
Okay.
Do you play that role to get that guy? Whatever that role is to you. If he's blatantly not seeing it, what it is. Like you like a guy named John, and John is fine. John is he's everything
I've
you
dated
want.
lots of Johns.
Yeah. So he's physically what you want. He's mentally what you want. But John is like, John talks to you like a regular person. But you want John to like say, hey John, now I think you look good. I want you to fuck me too. Like I want you to like take me out to dates. I want you to I want to do things with you.
Yeah.
So how do you let John know like?
Tell Gene, hold on. Yeah. You'll say that?
What?
Like
it's open, Keisha.
Bonsoir. I'll say what?
Like you'll say like, yo, what's up? Like I want you to take me. I want you to fuck me. You'll say that?
No. She won't.
I won't say I want you to fuck me. I will never say that.
Right.
I will never say that.
God,
but I will say so. What's like? I'll do like what's good? Like
right.
When are we going out? Like
I'm about to say, girl, that would be so hot.
No, or I'll be like,
I'm trying to get a massage.
Or I'll be like, you're not leaving tonight, right?
I'm trying to get a massage.
Like you're staying, right?
Oh, you do have your own place too, right?
Yes.
Oh, that's why.
So like I definitely have said to men like, so.
Are you coming to see me or?
Like, you coming to my place or I'm staying over here? Which one is it?
All right.
That's usually my approach.
Yeah.
All right.
If I'm into somebody,
give it a microphone with that, please.
If I'm into somebody, normally, I'm gonna flirt, of course.
Yeah.
It's all right. It's all right.
You start with the flirting first.
It's all right. Don't worry.
Right. You know. And then after a while, if I see you're not picking up on my flirtation, I'm just gonna be like, "Yo, what's up? We should go out sometime."
Yeah.
And I'm not against taking a nigga out on a date. If I really like you, if I'm really into you, I'm not against it.
See, I'm more forward when I just want to fuck.
Ooh.
That too.
The way Mitch looked at you just now.
Sorry.
Hold up. It was the fuck.
Sorry.
No.
But like, if I want somebody, so now that you're saying that,
there we go.
Because I'm not the kind of like if I'm interested in somebody for something more,
right.
I know that like I don't want to be the one putting out all the extra energy. Like I want to be chased. I want to be pursued.
Exactly.
So if I want someone to like, if I'm interested in somebody in the way of like dating them, I'm gonna flirt. I'm gonna continue to flirt, but it's gonna hit a point where I'm like, all right, I did what I had to do.
Right.
They're not reciprocating. I'm gonna stop right here because I never want to be in a position that like we started this way, so the expectation is that I'm always gonna. You don't go past
the threshold of like I'm not gonna put myself out there because he clearly is not interested.
He's not interested, and then I also don't want to set the precedent of we do things because I set it up, or we do things like.
So pretty much you don't dumb it down.
No.
Gotcha.
If I want to if I'm just like, you know what, like at this point, like a girl got needs, like I'm ready,
So a guy gotta know that this hint is
yes.
This is what it is.
Yes.
So is there a room for error where he might not just fucking know?
Yeah, there is, and if for me, if I'm really interested in him,
right,
when he recognizes his error, if it's not too late, then there's space. You know what I mean? But if I'm dating somebody else or whatever, I'm not gonna disrespect the situation that I'm in.
Okay.
So
Mitch, go ahead.
Nah, so
I'm nervous now. That laugh makes me nervous.
No. My question, honestly, I swallowed my question. I was like, girl, please.
What?
Nah, so coming from a guy, well, one, I have no game. I have zero game.
0-2 over here. I have negative five.
No, I think probably my game is like never negative 1,000.
Right.
But I guess someone told me my game is my honest truth.
Right.
So however I'm feeling, I tell you.
Yeah.
I'm like, honestly, I think you honestly are gorgeous. You feel me? So it goes, even if I want to have, honestly, I want to have sexual intercourse. So I'm like, yo, I think me and you together, honestly, that shit would be popping. I mean, so you never just be like, no, see, like seriously, you never look at somebody, you just be like, I think us having sex should be
Yeah.
fire.
Yeah.
That's
And
great.
then-
You're a
those
guy,
are the-
you don't want to say that.
But that-
No, I said that. No,
Yeah.
no, I said that.
I
know,
wouldn't
if you-
say
if you
that.
got time with the person.
Because you also don't,
Yeah.
you never want to, like, I think sometimes people, you don't want to oversell things.
Right.
You don't want to,
No, I'm not
it
overselling
leads
nothing.
to disappointment sometimes.
No, I don't even lead to.
So-
I don't even lead to disappointment because if you listen to the podcast shows, you already know my you already know my time, my length. Like you already know everything, so I don't even lead to disappointment.
No,
Like he
no,
says,
no.
he got a great smile. He handsome. I can make you laugh. That's his whole thing.
But if we're talking about sex and smiles, those don't go together. You know what I mean? Like, you can smile pretty all you want, but can you do what you need to do?
But my
Like-
answer, there's no disappointment with me. For me personally, because with this podcast,
I hear you. I hear what you're saying, but there's a lot of men that swear on their dick.
No,
and
not me.
Listen,
never
lots
did.
of it's just so disappointing.
Sherry
sometimes.
never did and never will.
That's
'Cause
good. I'm
this
glad for
podcast,
you.
honestly, a lot of people ask me, yo, Gene. I don't even know if somebody asks me, or I'm telling you, I don't know. Nobody asks you guys. A lot of people ask me, has this podcast made your not sex drive, made women
Your dating life.
Your dating life has it complicated your dating life? Let's say that, right? And honestly, I said no. Honestly, it has increased it because of my truth.
Right.
You feel me? Women know that for a fact. Michelin has come before the party has even started. Like I did that. I'm like, can we get any clearer? You feel me? And then
So,
women.
all right. So, for the ladies, anybody want to elaborate more on?
I have a question.
If you did see, do you dim it down? Go ahead, Keisha.
I have a question.
Hold on. We introduce Keisha first. Introduce our late friend here.
So
Keisha's
we have a
late.
late visitor.
Late visitor.
Man, she was walking her
You feel
dog,
me?
man.
No.
Obligations.
We have a late visitor. I don't care damn what she was doing. You
Obligations.
feel me? Because she's a AKA dog mom. But go ahead, Keisha. What's going on? Keisha, introduce yourself and also give your Instagram out. All right?
So I just say who I am.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I'm Keisha, or everybody knows me as Keish. My Instagram is Keish Peach. I sell pickles and ippies.
The best ippies in the world.
All right, so make sure you
Listen.
also go to Keish Peach _jars to order your next pickles. It's summertime barbecue.
Her
Hit
ippies
it
is
up.
on point.
And my ippies is on point. So yeah.
So honestly, Keisha, I'm about to start cooking personally because
Word.
this diet is real. It's true. Honestly, it starts tomorrow.
Okay.
You feel me?
So-
So I'm about to start cooking.
So, Keisha, say something. To say.
Yeah,
Give
I
Keisha
have
the
a
mic.
question because I know I just walked into the middle of this conversation.
Yes.
And I think I asked you this question. We had this conversation, G. How would a woman know, like, this is a nigga that I just want to fuck? No relations or
How
nothing.
would a woman know? I'm not a
And
woman.
how do a guy, like, let's compare. Like, what, like, when you look at a woman, be like, I just want to smash her and that's it. And then, like,
I'm the first.
I'm gonna tell you
and
from a
then
guy
a woman-
perspective. I'll tell you
yeah.
from a guy perspective. It's just smashing.
Yeah, plain simple.
Ain't nothing else. It ain't.
There's nothing else.
It ain't nothing else but that. And if you and the woman are on that same wavelength and y'all can understand that, then it's just links. It's not. Hey, what you doing? Or I thought about you. Or let me bring you flowers. Or let me feed you. Or let me take you out. Like guys will do that. But here's the problem with guys. This is where we fuck up, and I might be saying too much. Some of us guys, we use those tactics just to get pussy, and then when we get the pussy, we stop doing those things.
Oh,
Like idiots.
Of course.
When we just when can we could just be like blatantly like we'll cut a lot of fat if we just say, hey, I just want to fuck. That's it.
how do you identify?
You can't.
But it's
You
not
can't identify
Like,
that.
you
like,
know, like,
Communication.
yeah, like
No.
as a guy, it all depends on the
you would
timeline
walk
of that
into a
guy's
club
life.
and you'd be
Yeah.
like, I want to smash her, but I want to date her. Like, that's what I'm
Honestly,
asking.
I tell you from my perspective, I don't know. I can't say that I look at a girl like I want to smash her because me, I got Pisces mindset.
Oh, man,
I always
you're a
think of
Pisces
like
boy.
I think of like
Scary.
I think of like day 1 to day 1,000 with you. That's just me. But how do I correlate it from like day 1 and day 1,000? I'll be like, yo, all right. I look at this girl. Maybe at the moment I'm working too hard, or my daughter's getting on my nerves, or my mom and dad are bothering me, or the bills are too high, or I'm trying to get a debt. I don't have time to put a woman into that. So guess what? I'm just trying to bust a nut. So I look at that girl. I'll be like, all right, she look good aesthetically. She's pleasing to me, to my standards. So maybe I just want to fuck. This where the typical guy fucks up. Well, I'm gonna date her. I'm gonna take her out and show her things and tell her things when I should have just been a man and just say, hey, are you just looking for a good time, not a long time? You know what I'm saying? That's what men got to get better at. But like me personally, I just might look at him and be like, all right, this is just something quick I want to do for the moment. It really depends on the timeline of a guy's life. Some guys, like, I can't give you an example, but some guys be like, yo, I'm looking for a wife, so I'm going to be picky. I'm going to do these things. I'm going to make sure that she checks all my boxes and I check all her boxes. Or you might be a guy that might be in limbo. You don't know if you want to fuck a girl. You don't know if you want to be with a girl. Right. You might just be like, I'm just going to go with the flow and just let things happen. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know, some girls, you know, you got to pay a pretty penny to be around. And you be like, all right, at the end of the day, I'm just paying for sex indirectly. You know, so it really, like, every scenario is different. I can't really speak. There's no one general answer for everybody.
Yeah, and I think even just think about your question, Keisha, about, like, how do you know whether you want to, like, date somebody or smash? I think that's where sometimes women, we get too caught up in worrying about, like, am I the kind of woman that is, like, date worthy? And I feel like we got to get out of our heads about that stuff. Because I feel like that's the underlying question, right? Like, how do I know, like, do men just look at me as, like, oh, we can just fuck? Or do they look at me as somebody that's worth dating? And I think that depends on the person, that depends on your connection, that depends on so many things, right? Like, there are some men that look at me and are like, yeah, like, I could see like, I'm ready to make you my wife, blah, blah, blah. And there's some men that are just like, yo, like, let's get it popping. You know what I mean? And I think we've got to stop determining what that says about us, and it's more about where someone is in their life.
Someone is,
You know
it all depends,
And also your connection with somebody, right? Like, if there's different people that I vibe in different ways, right? Like, I show up in different ways with different people. So, like, I can give off the fun, like, I don't give a fuck, whatever, with certain people, but then I could come off really serious and, like, really reserved or really, whatever, like, really so, I think it just depends on what the vibe is between individuals, and that determines where it's gonna go. It's not a matter of, like, oh. And,
unfortunately with men in this society, in this climate, a lot of patriarchy is going on. Men, and I feel like men have a lot of power. At the end of the day, we get on one knee to ask you to be our wife. So we have to court you, we have to chase you, we have to go after you. So when we feel like it's right in our lives, then you have to correspond with that. But I feel like the tide is changing now because women are just doing more. Like women are podcasting. They're starting their own business. They're getting their LLC. Like Mitch said, they're buying their wings. They're buying their own Casamigos. They're having their own section. Things are different now. So like, women ain't putting up with a lot of shit. I say like we've had our own conversations about dating as a war zone. You always tell me like, yo, I'm not giving this nigga any play, like, because he's not showing me what I want, and I'm out of here. 6 months later, you got Gerald down your throat. Be like, yo, what's up? Like, what's up? Like, nigga, I gave you a chance already. Like, I'm not doing this with you. I'm with Peterson already. Like, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? So it's changing, but at the same time, it's still a man's world. Unfortunately, you know what I'm saying? And I'm saying unfortunately because I have a daughter now, so things a little. I see things a little different now, but I understand like how hard it is for women to correspond to a man's demand, and it's like you have to you have to like adjust to a man's schedule. Right. If that man is ready to marry you and is ready to write, he'll show you. But if not, he'll be like, oh, I'm just looking for a fuck buddy. And I'm like, I kind of feel bad for women because I'm like, y'all subject to that kind of shit at times. So.
Right. And I can agree with you on that because I personally feel that's like my struggle. Like I feel like the kind of men that I've been attracted to, it's like I'm not ready. It's like I'm waiting for you to be on your timeline. Right.
But anybody should feel like that, right? Like anybody, like even as a woman, if I'm not ready, I'm not ready, right? Like it doesn't even. If you're not ready for something, you're not going to be ready for it. Period. Right. You know what I mean? Granted, like I think there are more women who are ready sooner and earlier, but I don't think that like 33. They always have to be like everybody has to be ready to do something. You know what I mean? Right.
But I also think women are conditioned to be ready sooner and earlier.
Yeah, that's true too.
So I feel like women tend to search for that more.
Right.
And well, I mean, again, just to circle back to around your question, how do we know? We don't know. To honestly, to point blank and simple, I mean, we could walk in, we could say, oh man, shorty's bad, we have a body type, we could just think it was just gonna be sex, and one thing lead to another. Shit, we married. See, so And then one thing leads to another. We not married. You feel me? And again, of course, who suffers, quote unquote, not suffers, who have to deal with that that backlash. I mean, I guess it's the opposite sex.
I mean, but I feel like it's the same for women. Like,
Yeah.
there's some nights that I go, I'm like, oh, I'm going out with the intention to find somebody to fuck.
Right.
Okay.
And then some nights I'm just like, oh, I'm just chilling. If something happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
Right.
Like, you know, I don't think it's just a men thing.
Respectfully, and no, it's not just a men thing, but a lot of women is not just afraid to just say it out loud. Like
They're not speaking
me,
it out.
Yeah.
They're very
Like we're not our aunts and
Right.
grandmothers and our mothers anymore. You know, we all have Haitian background here. I could pretty much say, you know, we all know how the foreign household works.
Yeah.
You know, women wasn't like our mothers and aunts wasn't going out.
Gene.
They,
Oh my bad. Can I piggyback on what you about to
go
say?
ahead.
You know, so crazy. My mom.
I didn't finish what I was saying.
No, I got you. No, I see where you was going. My bad. If I interrupted you. I took my mom out last night.
Yes, she did. She was lit.
Yeah, I was like, Mommy, you know what? Let's go to a cookout.
All right.
She went to this cookout, and it was one of my church friends that was having a cookout. And that cookout was bananas.
Right.
Had girls twerking, liquors running through the weed, smoking.
Right.
Shit was crazy. And my mom was sitting down with her church friends, et cetera, et cetera. And my mom, she got down. She said, because I told her host, I told my mom was here, and the host, my mom started dancing. So my mom called me this morning. She was like, Misha, you know what? Last night was good. I was like, what? I said, Mommy, why? She was like, because time is changing.
Right.
And it's time for people to understand that the same way we was as a Christian back in our time,
Right.
it's not the
It's
same way.
different, yeah,
it's
different.
completely different.
different,
Like I'm comfortable going to a strip club and I will give you a whole biblical scripture in the strip club.
Right.
Very so comfortably. I'll do it so comfortably in the strip club and feel like I did my thing. Because that is how No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Because again.
It's from the inside. It's not from like that outside perspective.
Can I see? What
How you
saying?
practice your faith is from the inside.
Right.
Yes.
So, you know,
Yes,
you can
completely.
be shaking booty and really be close to God.
Correct. Because that's just who I am. I'm not saying I'm of this world, but do I understand where I'm at? Do I understand the world? I'm trying my absolute best to understand it,
Right.
but also still live by the instructions.
Yes.
You feel me? And that's just who I am.
Yeah, the world's different. The world's
Times are
different
different,
for
for sure.
Lord knows,
God
to ask Gene. I call nigga Gene Wildin'. I'll pick up the phone. Yo, we need to talk, dog.
Word.
You feel me? That is who I am. So
Yeah.
that is me. But again, if we know who we about to have sex with in the club, we have no clue.
That's wild.
We just go with our best intentions.
Yeah. That's all you can ask for.
I have a clue. If I want to fuck him, I know I'm gonna fuck.
But by the way, y'all look wonderful today.
Thank you.
I was like, oh my god.
Really?
Everybody was out.
Fupas
Hey.
was out and everything.
That ass, my shirt was off and everything. I ain't give a
Fupa
fuck.
was outside.
Dad bod
Come on now.
appreciation.
You feel me?
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
Okay, dad bod appreciation.
Everybody looked at me. You feel me?
Come on. Come on.
But you know what? It was really cool to see a lot of women own their bodies and walk confidently because this pool party thing has been going on
Years.
for years.
Years.
And it never went because, you know, personally, I was like, I don't want my fupa out.
Right.
I love you, by the way.
And then I walked in.
Well, listen, I was also
I walked in.
subconscious.
I
yeah.
felt so comfortable. I was like, everybody fupa out. Okay, let me take this off. Like it was nice. It was
Let me tell you something.
nice.
Some
And
of
the
the
vibes
most
was
confident
really
women in the
great.
world are Caribbean women.
Yeah.
And I love it.
Yo, if niggas right now, I swear
love
to
it.
God, I wish a nigga would say he don't be just loving them. I wish the nigga would. I would out you from the fucking
Let
second.
me tell
I'm
you
like,
something. I had to come to realize, like, you know what I mean? Like,
I love it.
I've always been a thick girl.
I love y'all. I
Even
swear to
prior to
God.
having my son, I was always thick. Always a thick one. Oh, whatever.
Yep.
After having my son, I gained a lot
handsome
of weight,
young man.
lost some weight, whatever. And then my body changed. My boobies got saggy. I got the stretch marks on my stomach or whatever. And I used to feel a little self-conscious about it until I realized these niggas don't care.
You still gonna fuck.
Niggas don't care.
They
You
really
could
don't
be.
care. Saggy titties
You
and
could be.
stretch marks on the belly. Listen, they will suck on that fupa like it ain't nobody's business. Alright, they don't give
You
a
could-
shit. I mean, and it's not that you got to do it. It's not that
To
you're
be-
doing it for them.
Fupa
It's just
could be-
that
Yeah.
The
you
fupa
should
could be
feel
hanging.
It's still hard. I
Could be
think
have stretch
I
marks.
think
great
I don't give a
about
fuck.
yourself.
You
it's
could-
for me. I mean, one, we're Haitian, right? Like
Yes.
the body image issues start from day one. Like as a girl, I was compared to the skinny cousins my whole entire life, right? So like
Haitian mothers are vicious.
Haitian mothers, Haitian uncles.
Haitian fathers are vicious.
My dad is the only one that will always tell me that I look beautiful no matter what. The only one. He has.
But I've known some
he's
Haitian
actually the only
fathers
person that's ever never made me feel bad about my body.
Shout out to my homie. Her Haitian father said, "I thought you getting bigger."
But my uncles are quick to be like, "Oh, you gained weight, you should lose it. Oh, you lost weight, keep it like that." Very quick to do that.
You should wash their ass.
But the one I was actually we were talking about this in the way back. We left the pool party, and I was saying how when my relationships don't work and I don't understand like what went wrong, the one thing that I go to is like maybe he wasn't attracted to me anymore. Like maybe like my body just like wasn't it. Maybe there was whatever. Like that's because for me I can't. I'm like
and you got the confirmation. It's not even about you. It's about their mindset and where.
But that's a hard pill to swallow when it's like you feel like you're doing all the right things. You're things are going well and it's just
overthinking.
Like,
no, honestly, you should never. Honestly, you should never think that.
It's overthinking. I've come to within the last couple of years. I've had to train my mind to understand that whenever something happens between me and somebody that I'm dating or whatever, it's not me, it's them. Like I was dating someone from like December to about May, and things were going great. Like we was having a good time, the vibe was dope. Like we had such a great time together. And then we were supposed to hang out one day, and then that was literally the last conversation I ever had with him. And I'm like, and then for a second I got in my head like, yo, I do.
And
I was like, no.
So I'm confident in like I didn't do anything, and then it's like, so then it's
because because most of the time it don't be you. You gotta really us women. We gotta stop thinking it's us just because we gotta sometimes think about it from the other perspective. How many times have you dated a guy and you didn't really you wasn't feeling it no more just because you were more mature enough to let them know. Men aren't always so easy to express themselves. They rather take the easy way out
and just disappear.
Right? Instead of just saying exactly what it is. As opposed to us, not to say that we haven't ghosted, but let's say if we dated someone for some time,
you give them the respect.
We'll give them the respect and the courtesy of an explanation. You know what I'm saying?
All right, next topic.
Let's do it.
I got a funny one. Kind of a funny one, but a funny one because I've been seeing this shit on the internet all fucking week. This shit kind of funny. All right, so I was pretty sure y'all saw the video of the girl putting her baby father on blast for bringing the food.
Let's talk about that.
The McDonald's to the. How y'all feel about that?
Bro, she's stupid as hell for that. I don't care. She's stupid as hell.
Okay, so who's wrong in that situation? Is the baby father wrong? Is the baby mother wrong?
She's wrong. 100%.
Honestly, she's wrong.
Right.
I think she's wrong because he's not obligated
to take care of the other
provide
kids.
Food for all of her kids.
Right.
Just his kid is fine, but at the same time, I think just maybe because it's something I would do. If it was my child's father. And he has other kids, and I'm coming to the house, and my son calls me and go, "Hey, Mom, can I get some McDonald's?" And I know that he's there with his siblings. I'm gonna go, "Well, what they want?" And and if maybe buying each of them a McDonald's value meal is too much, y'all want pizza? I'm gonna make sure y'all all good because at the end of the day, not only do I want to make sure I provide it for my son, but I want my son to have a good relationship with his siblings.
Also, what kind of message does that send? That like, as a sibling, I'm gonna eat. And y'all gonna just watch me
exactly.
Yo, guys, I already know what you're going to do.
From a parenting mindset, why would I put my son in a position to look down at his
and not for nothing?
Like,
I'm sorry.
I got McDonald's and you don't have.
Listen, I'm not a parent, and I come from a family with like my dad has different mothers for his children or whatever, but. I also think that like if you put yourself in a position that you're with somebody who has kids by somebody else, like that's on you. If that feels messy for you, too bad, so sad. Like I don't think it was her right to, or not her right, but I don't think she should have gone on social media and blasted him. I think
she was wrong for that.
I think that was like stupid. Right. But I do look at him sideways. Like why would you show up to feed one kid when there's 4 kids? They're children.
Let me answer that question.
And I come from a family of Haitian women who raise all these outside children, and like we do it all the time, and not because.
So do you think that's an American thing or
no? Can I answer a question?
Is that a Caribbean thing or
no,
American?
No.
I think it's just you don't fault kids for shady shit.
All right, go ahead. Let me
let me answer her question. So on the father side, you feel me? Me personally, because I don't know the whole story what's going on between him and her. What I can say is what I've seen. You feel me? Me personally, I know how petty my mom is. Right. I know how petty, and I've blasted on my mom about my dad. You feel me? It's not because my dad's doing right. I'm not saying that my dad's doing right between her. You feel me? But what she's doing is not conducive to what needs to be done.
Okay. So how does feeding one kid speak to that?
Shade. That's what I'm about to tell you.
Yeah.
Now, let's just say, cause my mom, she's old petty. Now the new petty is different kind of petty. You feel me? Let's just say, you know what? I'm in my car. She said something. She pushed the right button. You know what? She slammed the phone on me. You know what? Fuck this bitch. I'm about to feed my one and only child. Because hear me out. Because women knows how to push men buttons.
That's fine. I'm not disagreeing.
They know,
but you don't put kids into.
That's
your
not his kids. That's not his kids.
Respect.
It doesn't matter if it's not his kids, but they're still children.
Respectfully, he's done it more than once. As she said in the video, he always comes to bring his one child food. So this is my thing. I have children with two different women. If you want me to feed your other kid, it is not that hard to say, look, you about to bring food over. Can you bring some food for my other kid? It's not that hard. She made herself look dumb as hell because he literally said, so you didn't feed your other kids before you left the house?
No.
And what she say, my food stamps don't come on this time.
Yeah,
so she's basically waiting for him. She's waiting for him to pay for the food for all her kids. He don't got to do shit. He literally said, like, all right then, if you don't want it, let me take my kid out and let me feed them. He's not wrong at all. Because like you said,
I think if he took his kid out,
but she didn't let him. She didn't let him.
No.
She said no.
No, he didn't.
He asked. He was like, yo, all right, so let me take my son out. Let him eat in the car. She said, no, I'm not going to let you do that. She looked stupid. Like,
matter of fact, just being open and vulnerable with everybody. I had a conversation with my mom, plain and simple. I was like, whatever you feeling, at your age limit, take it and bury it. It's not, whatever you're looking for my father to do for you is not happening. I looked at Dennis eyes.
I get that. I get that.
I look at Dennis eyes.
But you're a grown adult at this point.
That's what I'm saying. Whatever you
Those
looking,
kids are kids.
Shay, whatever you looking, here's the second part of my conversation. Whatever you're looking for my father to do for you, take it, bury it. Their only concern is to make sure this family, the family function, the function of this family, whatever the function is, it work and it prospers.
Right, we all get what you're saying, but we're just speaking from the perspective of like.
I don't think that's her responsibility.
That's just saying, in perspective of like, you are going to your child's mother's house to drop off food for your child.
Is it fair? I'm gonna bring my kid
is it fair that you're just bringing your child food as opposed to the children she had
McDonald's.
Before and after?
Yes, it's fair.
Your child.
It's fair.
Yeah, it's fair.
It's very
yes, it's fair.
You think it's fair?
Before he got there, she probably said something or did something. She probably called him short. You don't know.
All right, so here's my rebuttal to that.
Fuck that.
My rebuttal to that is, before she had your child, she had these children before. Weren't you doing things for those kids to get in her good graces?
All right, now I got you.
Gene, stop.
Now,
I'm not saying stop.
No, I agree with you.
I can't say stop because
I
I've dated girls with children. You've dated girls with children.
Yes.
You know that these girls, the way to get to, and let's I'm not trying to be a conniving ass nigga.
I didn't use that route.
Okay, but niggas use that route.
Yeah,
niggas be like, yo, what do your kid need? Like, oh, you be on the phone like, oh, you know, my kid about to go to school, you know, back to school. It's hard on me. You know, girls gotta. Some women have a story.
Of
a
course.
Crisis is happening in September. Let's keep it
It
real.
is a crisis.
But it's a crisis. It's a real crisis because it's like, yo,
crisis,
it's putting a strain onto my
It's
budget.
a lot.
She's not directly so she's indirectly telling you like, yo, I need a little bit of help. All right, here's 200, like, and a nigga that's trying to be chose or a nigga that's trying to get in a good grace be like, yo, here's 200 for little Jermaine to get food, to get clothes and shoes for him, or I'll be like, oh, let me step up and let me get you some sneakers. What's his size? I'm about to go to I'll go to Snipes and get him 2 pairs of sneakers so he'll be alright for at least for the whole year. Don't tell me niggas don't do that.
All right, but look,
that's a fact.
But respectfully,
right.
As a mother,
right.
Why are you not feeding your kids before they come outside?
Because the economy is different.
No, it don't
Money
matter.
is different.
It don't matter.
I get it don't matter.
But
I'm saying
I stuff like that because at the end of the day, like, and again, I don't know her situation.
Right.
I have a lot of single mothers in my family.
Right.
And I'm sorry, you like if your kid is not full time with you, you do not bear the burden financially of what it takes to raise a kid. Right. And so like yes, like should she feed them and whatever, but like you like I've seen the struggle and like I've heard niggas have the nerve to be like, what do you need money for, this and that, whatever. Nigga, I pay rent for the roof over your kid's head. You don't pay for that shit. They need a place to sleep. But you're gonna be upset about like giving money to like put food on the table for the rest of it. Like it's ridiculous. Like women financially pay more to raise their child, especially when you're not in the house. Hold on. This is from
a mom's perspective because a lot of men tend to get it twisted when they're not a full-time parent. Yes. You could be a full-time parent. You could have your fridge fully stocked, and trust me, my son has done this to me on countless occasions. Mm-hmm. Okay, I will cook a dinner. I will cook breakfast. I will cook lunch. If your child is one of them kids that just don't want to eat what you cook, they will call their father, Dad, can you bring me something to eat? Right. Mind you, there's a plethora of food for them to eat in that they just don't. But they just refuse to eat it because they'd rather have McDonald's. I've cooked dinners to also try to get their dad to come over. Exactly, and that could be another way just to have a connection with their father. So not to I don't know the case in this particular woman's with her particular situation, but as a parent, especially when you full time. Kids don't always want to want their home cooked meal. Sometimes they just want McDonald's over the damn steak and potatoes that you just prepared. Yeah. You know? And
I just want to say, I'm looking in the lens of an educator, not a parent. Right. An advocate for children. Mm-hmm. Right. And in this instance, I think that both parents are wrong. Right. I think they're both wrong because they're arguing with each other. But they're not seeing how that dynamic can affect the kids, right? Like my brother, he's about to get McDonald's. How come I don't get McDonald's? Like, and if I was a mom and if I knew like this is the norm that dad does, I probably would ensure that my other 3 kids would get McDonald's. What, a $3.99 bundle meal, like double cheese. They'll be happy, I think like when we're co-parenting. People forget, like, it's about children. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's not about who's wrong, who's right. Mm-hmm. Let's put little John, let's put this person, let's put all these kids together and see how they would feel. Mm-hmm. Because I remember there was instances, it would be cousins, like, we had that, right? Like, where cousins, we will all be playing, and then, one parent would get this meal because they didn't eat yet. Right. And we all feel type of way. And we're Haitian.
No, I feel like that never happened. I feel like all of our aunts and uncles bought food for everybody. But
there's been instances where that has happened, not intentionally, right? But it has happened. Mm-hmm. And some of us would feel like, left out. Mm-hmm. So I think it's
kids though. You're an adult. You have an adult mind, and you're shaking your head no because you have an adult mind to rationalize it.
I got 2 kids. Yeah. I have 2 kids with 2 different women. If my daughter's mother buys her food and doesn't buy food for her little brother, I'm not going to get mad about it. That's not her kid.
What if little brother's hungry?
If little brother's hungry, I'm going to make him food. I'm going to get him food.
What if you can't get him food?
There's never.
If you're on a train,
there's never going to be an instance where I cannot get him food.
I'm not saying you can't.
I'm talking
about me.
So that wouldn't rub you the wrong way if your daughter got food and your son didn't get food.
Nah, because my son will always eat. My son will always eat. Because I promise you this: if my daughter get food, I could be in the kitchen making food for my son. Right. She's already breaking bread with her little brother. That comes to where the mother and the father is. The siblings ain't that cool where that sibling got that food, that burger, because you saw he had a big drink, so he got a big ass meal. He could have cut that sandwich in 4 pieces. You feel me? But he's not doing it. He's not doing it.
He's a child.
Don't matter.
I don't feel like you're putting
the responsibility onto a kid.
No, but if I'm looking at my brothers and sisters not eating while I'm eating, I'm breaking bread.
I actually seen this happen with my cousins. I'm breaking bread with you regardless.
I
seen this happen with my cousins. My cousins, they're 5 boys. All 5 of them have different fathers. And I've seen where like one cousin, this is where how crazy it got. One cousin, when he turned 17, got a car. Then my other cousin turned 17, didn't get a car. The third cousin, he didn't get a car, he didn't get nothing else, but his father paid for school. the other 2 cousins couldn't go to school. They couldn't afford it because their fathers got them. Then the 4th cousin didn't get shit from his father. His father was dead. You know what I'm saying? And then the last cousin just had to do what he had to do. Like, he had to make do what he had to do because his mother and his father just didn't speak, and he never knew his father. So it's like, I get the point of like, your son's gonna get fed and your daughter's gonna get fed, but I feel like at the end of the day, it's about the kids. Like, the kids are gonna get affected somehow, some way. I'm not saying that those men were obligated to take care of the rest of those kids, but I feel like something simple as food, college and cars and hard assets is something else. That's something different. That's a big commitment. But something as a small asset as food, something that come and goes. I'm like, it's not that serious. It's McDonald's. Like, I'm not putting more. Like me personally, the person I am, the demeanor I have. If I, like, for instance, I have my daughter, right? When I go to see my daughter, I check, like, the child of my mother has a son. I check on him. I tell him, like, yo, what's up? Like, what's going on? Like, I joke with him, like, yo, where's my money at? Like, what's going on? Like, you know what I'm saying? And then the other day I was like, yo, tell me what video game you like. I'll get it for you. No big deal. Just to keep you, because you've been doing.
Because you got that relationship.
I got that relationship. But I feel like men, as soon as they don't deal with the woman, everything is killed. Right. Everything is done. And I understand it. I understand it because I'm a man at the end of the day. I understand. But I feel like at the same time, that's kind of like bitterness because I'm like, don't you know that sibling is doing you a favor if you're not the full-time parent either? Exactly. They're taking care of your child too. Like, when you can't look after your child, like, there are times where I'm holding my daughter and my daughter is crying because I'm not the custodial parent. I give my daughter to her brother and she's quiet. I'm like, I'm thankful for that because I don't know. I'm at work all day, or I'm at the gym, or I'm doing this, or I'm podcasting. Like, I'm not with my daughter 1,000%, but her brother is there at times. And I'm like, you know what? I gotta show him some thanks. So I'm just, that's just me. I can't speak for every guy. That's just me. I'm gonna show him gratitude and be like, yo, I'm gonna look out for him and I'm gonna take care of him because I feel like the sibling at times have parental duties too, especially as an older sibling. Of course, you've been an older sibling. I've been an older sibling. You've been an older sibling. You're taking care of Michaela. You're taking care of your younger brother and younger sister. I take care of my younger brother and my younger sister. So I feel like I relieve my parents of certain things. And if I would have like different parents with them, I'll be like, yo, I'm going to do it because your dad is not going to come through that door when you're hurt or whatever.
Right? You said what culture we're from.
Right.
Yeah. Haitian, that's what we do.
Yo, my mom, so my parents got divorced. I was their youngest. My dad remarried, had more kids.
Right.
My youngest sister was a student in my mom's class. My mom was a teacher's assistant. She was a student in my mom's class, and she noticed that my sister wouldn't eat lunch. My mom started packing lunch for my little sister, for my dad's new wife's daughter, to make sure she ate lunch. She can't stand my dad. They have a terrible relationship. But she was like, I'm gonna make sure this is your little sister. I'm gonna make sure she eats at school.
But you see, but again, that's your mom. You feel me?
Yeah. But we talking about this young man.
No, I get it. But I'm saying, because kids at the end of the day, right? And for her, she's like, that's your little sister. Like, she's not gonna do that for every kid in her class, right? But she's like, that's your little sister. You know what I mean? Like, and as your mother, I know that you're not gonna want to hear that your little sister, something's not right. You know what I mean?
You're right. So, but at the same time, we don't know.
That relationship
he's probably tried to do that. If we're going to go back to that video with him, right? As you can see, he came up like it was nothing. Mm-hmm. Right. Like I said, he's done it before. Mm-hmm. She has complete, like, yo, can you get food for him? My other kids. I have other kids for his son, like you said. If their relationship isn't good, he has no right to do none of that for the other kids, because like he said,
he's not obligated.
Because like he said, where are their fathers?
Yeah,
I'm 50-50 on.
So what's
he's not obligated.
So
I just
what's
don't think
the
it's
issue?
a good.
So I just feel like
on your conscience.
She tried to put him down for doing something for his kid. That's my own thing. Like,
I know both of y'all niggas. Y'all not doing that.
I agree. I don't think she should have.
I know both of you niggas.
I don't think she should have blasted him.
I've done it.
You're not doing it.
I've done it. I've dated a chick that had 3 kids by 3 different niggas, and I called them my kids. When I went to buy stuff for them, I did everything.
That's what I'm saying. You're not that. You're not that guy.
You're not gonna do that. I agree.
You're not that guy. You're not that guy.
I understand.
I don't think she should have blasted him. I think that was uncalled for. I think
she was wrong for that.
Yes, 100%. I just think I wouldn't move like that as a person, as an individual. Yeah. I couldn't live like that with my conscience.
I understand. I'm not that guy that would do something like that.
Right.
But me, I could understand why he would do that though.
Yeah, I get, like, that's why I'm 50-50, yeah. It's personal, yeah.
Because in the video, he was insisting, he was like, why you not feeding your kids? Like, where's your money? And that's where I felt like he dropped the ball.
Right.
Because times are hard. If he's one of 4 kids, and she's saying her food stamps don't hit till a certain date, then it's not about you and her. It's about the kids. That's what I'm saying.
We can't. None of us could determine what's the inner works of that.
It's not about you and her or the kids. They say because if it was about you and her about the kids, it would never have been on social media. It would have been a conversation.
Exactly.
It would have been a pure conversation.
But that's the problem with smartphones.
No. She got 4 kids, and they didn't eat.
Shorty was talking shit on the phone. You feel me? Now Shorty got to eat whatever she talked shit on the phone. But she talk back that shit up.
Yes.
Yeah, that's all that was.
Because let's be real. Now that one kid that was about to get food isn't getting food because how she acting.
Gene,
you can't do that. That's your kid.
But
You still need to do that. You still need to do that.
If we saw,
I think this is why men get away with not taking care of their kids.
Nah, she
like
literally
if you're
said,
saying that like I'm not gonna bring food for my kid no more, like fuck out of here.
But she literally said he's not gonna eat the food if they don't have it. So basically now, because the other kids don't got food, that kid not gonna eat. I mean, why are you punishing that one kid for what that father's doing? Like
you're already punishing the other 3 kids.
Nah, if you're all right. So here we go. If we're really gonna talk about this, mothers. I got 2 baby mothers. Y'all really hold yourself to a high esteem when it comes to kids.
Yes.
I'm gonna keep it a buck with you.
Yes.
I'm gonna keep it a buck because for some reason y'all have that mentality that what you say goes when it comes to your kids, and because at the end of the day, you didn't make that kid by yourself. I don't care.
No, but wait, hold on. Waking up in the middle.
Hold up. You're waking up in the middle of the night.
That's why I don't have kids.
But look, you're waking up in the middle of the night. Like if we're gonna use that lady from that video, the way she's acting, I'm a father. I'm not helping her the way she's acting. At all. Respectfully, I'm not helping.
It's about the reaction.
I'm not because look.
Why is the response not? I'm gonna go get custody of my kid. Because that's not the response either.
I'm not making it personal. She made it personal when she's telling me I can't feed my kid. If my son's mother says you cannot feed your son if your daughter doesn't have food, you're bugging. You're bugging. Females, she wants custody. All right, boom. She wants custody, but she can't even feed her kids by herself.
If I was a father and she's saying I can't feed my kid, and I know my kid's I'm gonna be like I want custody of my kid. But
is she telling him that? Is she telling him that?
What?
Because in the video she says he's
you
brought.
said that she said that he's not gonna eat.
Because she said it in the video. She said it in the video.
Okay, and if I'm the other parent and I hear my kid's not gonna eat.
I'm taking my
kid.
And what did he say?
I don't know.
He said, all right, then let me take my kid in the car to eat
food. Take my kid. Period.
Whoa. So you're telling me.
Yes.
So you're telling me.
Because you're saying that she's not an unfit mother. She's not feeding her kid.
She's an unfit mother.
So then you should be you should be fighting for custody of your kid.
So he literally said.
But that's not what he's doing.
He literally said, he was like, look, why you acting like this? He's like, yo, just let my kid come to the car and let him eat regardless. It ain't like she's saying, yo, the way she came off, you're coming off with animosity. If you're coming off with animosity, you're gonna be like, yo, I'm not doing shit for you, 100%.
And I would say,
I hate to say it. My child's mothers have came at me crazy, and I'm like, yo, you're bugging. Now I'm not gonna help you. So when you really need me, you're gonna call me.
Exactly.
I'm not. No.
Yes, but
the response should be they're not taking my kid.
But also,
let me just.
Yes. Hold on.
Sorry.
Hold on.
But yes, you're not going to do something for her, but her kid shouldn't have to suffer for that.
It is for her.
But it's not for her. It's for those children. Those children aren't out of her womb. They are not a part of her anymore, and they're suffering because of her actions. Yes, but you as an adult,
the other parent,
as an adult, to take care of these children because they matter and they're not a reflection of their mother.
Okay, gets very personal. You guys do not remember. You guys don't remember like the main priority is the kid. Like when I look at Gene, he understands the concept of co-parenting.
For now.
It is a day-to-day thing. It's a day-to-day, month-to-month, year-to-year thing. So yeah.
A lot of people would be like, okay, well, because she's acting this way, so I'm not gonna feed the kid. Who's suffering at the end of the day?
The kid. Yeah.
The kid.
Mm-hmm.
Like the times I don't spend time with my daughter it's frustrating to me because I'm like, I could be with my daughter, but there are times where I'm like, I can't because I got shit to do, or I'm doing things, or I might prioritize things differently.
Right.
That doesn't mean the mother gets a break. The mother still is there, has to take care of my daughter. You know what I'm saying? And she has to find a means, a way to get my daughter the care that she needs. So I don't second guess that for a reason, and I don't. And then my daughter has a brother, so I think the brother and I think the mother at the same time. I'm like, I'm not gonna be butthurt of not feeding him or not giving him the things that he needs too. Like I think that's stupid. But you know, these men are not me. These men are not Tat. These men are not Mitch. And these men are not my friends. I know my friends. I know all my friends. They've taken care of women with children. They've taken the children too. Because I'm like, yo, when you date a girl with kids, you're dating the kids too, nigga. Like, I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Like, you're dating the kids. And if you have a baby by them, guess what? Them are your kids too, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, they look at you as a
frustration. And I feel like
I'm just frustrated with like with me. I'm gonna take care of the mothers of the children.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm just talking about from that one video. That's a mother.
The disrespect that she
exactly because I hate that because I hate that. I really hate the narrative that men don't do shit for their kids.
Yeah.
I hate that because if you ask them, I bring my son to the podcast.
Yeah.
Like there's no such thing as have somebody watch your kid on the weekend. No, that's my kid.
Yeah.
I don't care. My son's mother, my daughter's mother. Yo, can you watch them? There's never a no. I'm going to say yes, but in that circumstance, I feel like he should have been like, all right, you want to act like that? No.
But
it does.
I do agree. She was wilding. She took it too far. And I also think the other response is like, for me, like what you were saying, like she's wild, so I'm gonna show her. I'm gonna show her is I'm taking my kid, and I know men who have done that. One of the last guys I dated,
we'll wrap it up.
The woman was like on some other shit. He went and picked his daughter up, brought her back to Cali, and she's been with him since. Yes. You know what I mean? And like that's the response. Right?
Let me just give you a perspective. All right, so I don't know the kid's name, but imagine little JJ's sister comes to my classroom and say, my brother's daddy brought McDonald's for him and I didn't get nothing.
And the kid will say that.
Yeah. That's the lens that I want people to see because that's what we see in the class. I'm not a parent, but I get the perspective of the child.
Right.
And how heartbreaking is that?
Yeah.
To hear that.
Like I said, the two most honest people in the world are drunk people and children.
Children are little drunk people.
So, like, at the same time, you say you're not going to do it because of the way she's reacting, but you got to think about his little sister going into school saying she didn't eat.
It's tough.
And then, you know what I mean? Like,
I mean, when
that's why we got to take away that emotional stance. Like, I'm going to show you, I'm going to show my baby mama, I'm going to show my baby daddy. But y'all forgetting, like, little Susie, little JJ comes into the classroom and gives us the tea.
That was a nice juicy one.
Yes. All right. So with that being said, we're gonna wrap this up. I'm tired. Anybody want to quick close out? Any quick close out? Anybody want to? I'm buying
all the kids McDonald's. Fuck that. We getting five. We getting $5. That's like $9.
I want some ass. I'm bringing everybody McDonald's. It is what it is.
Yo, you ain't shit, bro.
What you mean? I'm asking what numbers do they want?
What numbers do they want? Give me a number and we're gonna get it. That's it.
No pickles?
Don't matter to me. You know what I'm saying? Send me the clothes size, send me the shoe size. I'm good. I'll take care of it. No big deal.
You feel me? But
stepdaddy vibes all day.
Let's close it because we didn't open up with a positive word, so let's close out with a positive word. You feel me? Who we gonna go for?
Who gonna go first?
Poppy just went first.
Amanda, wake up.
Yeah, he just said yo.
Positive words.
Yeah, he just said he bought all them kids.
All right, positive, real shit. If you dating somebody with children, you gotta say like we all said like you're taking on that responsibility.
Right.
You are a second parent when the other parent's not there. I've done it before, and it truly helps that other child. It helps that child because sometimes their father may not be around, or their father's in jail, and now you're that father figure. You're teaching them something. Coming from a young man who has 2 kids with 2 different women, trust me, when my son's mothers or my daughter's mother include either other child, I love it.
Right.
I love it. I will never say I'm not inviting you to my son's birthday party because that's not your kid. I invite them to everything.
That's petty as shit.
I invite them to everything. Like, yo, at the end of the day, we're a crazy mix of family, but we're going to do this right.
Yeah. Exactly.
Even though we're not together, we're going to do this shit.
The village.
Amen.
The village.
Real shit.
Light skin? Talk to me nice.
In my Kanye voice, think about the kids, man. Think about the kids.
Come on, all right. Let's think about that's a positive word. Keish?
You know, just again, it's being kid focused, because at the end of the day, if we're trying to change and overturn toxic behavior and hash out generational curses, we got to be better than what our parents were and our grandparents were.
Right.
So my encourage, you know, and again, I'm speaking of a lens of a professional. I got to say that I'm not a parent. I've dated guys with kids, and I've always been and try to be inclusive, but it's always about the kids. Mm-hmm. It's always about empowering the kids, and that's just what I got to say.
Word.
On a completely different note, back to our earlier conversation. Love your body, love your fupa.
Yes.
These niggas don't
Yes,
care.
fupas. Show off the fupas.
I guess on the children note, it takes a village to raise children.
Village.
So if you're a part of a village, it's a blessing.
Show up in that
And
village.
show up and show out. Yeah.
That's it.
Come on.
Only positive note is the vibes were awesome today. I love seeing the people I love have a good time. I love black people in the pool. It's beautiful. We need to do it more often. I will be taking swimming lessons, and I will be getting in that pool next year. Not this year. And it was good. Shout out to DJOK. Shout out to all the DJs that represented today. Great turnout, great vibes. I want to pat myself on the back. I did some good promo.
You did. You got me there.
I get some good promo. And it was just beautiful just seeing all of us celebrate the stolen holiday, the stolen land day. Mm-hmm. And because that's what it is. They stole land. They don't give a fuck what anybody says. Yeah, good vibes, positive vibes all throughout. And then I think everybody went, right? Mitch, take us home, baby.
All right, man. Well, my positive note is there was a scripture I was reading the Bible, and there was a scripture that came to heart. And the scripture was, I'm paraphrasing it. It says, above all things, guard your heart.
Guard your heart.
Because all good things flows from through it.
Yes, sir.
You feel me? In another scripture it says, guard your heart because the course of your life depends on it.
Right.
So, just honestly, surround yourself with love and surround yourself with positivity. And even if you feel that kind of anger, just let it go. You feel me? Because the love from your heart, honestly, it goes, everything happens from it. Because people say, well, am I happy all the time? I'm not happy all the time. I'm really not. You feel me? Mm-hmm. Sometimes I'm sad, sometimes I'm mad, and sometimes I say ridiculous things out my mouth. You feel me? But one thing for sure, and my brothers know this about me, one thing for sure, two things for certain, when that sun rises in the morning, I'm going to breathe deep, and after that, I'm going to love the day that I'm in. Mm-hmm. So, guard your heart. You feel me? Guard your heart. Be good.
Definitely.
Be good to your neighbor. Be good to your brother. Be good to your sister. And above all else, always remember, if we don't say it,
You will, baby.
Come on now, baby.
All right.
So there's a whole bunch of flyers here.
Yo, realistically, I don't know how these got in my pocket, bro. This was in my pocket, and this is in my pocket, bro.
Tips and flyers.
They was pushing them flyers.
They really were.
At one point, he was like handing the flyer, and I just was staring.